Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm John.
And I'm Richard.
And today we're going to be watching and reacting to Lord El-Melloi II, episode 13. So, Richard, it's the final episode.
It's
Well, we've made it 13 weeks, and I know it's rough.
It is.
I mean, I know another thing of Fate has come and gone, and soon in next season we'll have some more Fate to help you along.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, it won't be too bad, but overall this has been a pretty good, ride.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's
riding on this train.
Yeah, quite literally, actually. Yeah. So let's really quickly recap because we didn't have a whole lot of like earth-changing things on our last episode. So we had, the surprising reveal of who Dr. Heartless was.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a Kingdom Hearts villain or anything, so he wasn't anyone from another Fate series, potentially.
As far as I'm aware of, no. I mean, he could be, but I've not heard of him myself.
So we got a new villain. He introduced a new class among all the servants.
Faker.
And he's making waves in the community. And
yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe on his channel.
Yeah. But anyway, he wanted to fight, and he called forth. Well, I guess you don't have a name, so
yeah, I know.
Can't really call her anything now.
Just Faker.
So he summoned Faker, and they had a pretty nice battle going.
Mm-hmm.
The priest got his eyes back.
Yeah. And then he got subsequently kicked in the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also had Waver. Pretty much everybody kind of got on this fight.
They had a pretty good little volunteer or whatever.
Yeah, we had Klaus. He was using his was it blasted electricity or whatever, but it was very similar to Fran's Berserker's blasted tree from Fate Apocrypha.
Oh yeah, he did have a different he had a twist on the name of it. Tree.
But we also even had Olga Marie and all the other mages that were left in the train. They all helped out.
Sent that spell down and.
Yep. Of course, like we said, the priest came back and he's got his eyes and got kicked in the chest. But then he gave a little pep talk to Gray. It's like, hey, this is your time to realize your dreams and get what you want.
Got to focus on that spear.
Yeah. So we also had a nice little surprise appearance by, or at least by her voice, of Saber or King Arthur. And we also had a transforming train. That was pretty cool. I had to sacrifice Mystic Eyes for, which I'm pretty sure those are Mystic Eyes that I purchased, but whatever.
Yeah. and all through this whole episode, coincidentally, Dr. Heartless has been like, "Hey, let's go."
Yeah, I know, right?
Stop. Let's go.
Yeah, but no, Waver keeps
go.
Keeps provoking Faker into fighting, and she just falls right into it. So
yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this episode. But I'm not looking forward to this episode, so I hope it ends well. I hope we get some nice things out of this and nice memories out of this, and hopefully this will go down as a really awesome Fate series. So
hopefully, do you think this will make or break the series if it's a bad ending potentially?
No, because I think this
had
was
enough good moments.
It had some good moments. I feel like there's still more stories to tell with Waver and his adventures. Lord El-Melloi II and his adventures.
Yes.
So, but so let's get right into it. I'm not mentally prepared for this, but let's get into it.
No.
What? Are we done?
So they're already off the train and things are done and it's going to wash their hands of it. Okay. Remind me, who's his big sister?
I can't remember her name, but she hasn't really appeared in this series, so.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, you're not going back, are you? Oh yeah, that's right. Cause he's yeah. Misunderstandings. Great on.
That's so gross. Hmm. Oh yeah.
Why?
Of Japanese games.
I know, right? You were involved in all this.
I played Rogan.
Oh no. No, no.
Hmm.
Well, can we see it? Can we see it? Or maybe because
maybe.
oh, he died. Because I think he gave the pep talk.
Hmm.
I think that's what he's referring to.
Hmm.
You're still shady. I'm not. I'm not keeping my eyes off you just yet. Really?
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Well, but are they dead? Did he kill Heartless? Or
Yeah. Face that man again later. Hmm. Hmm.
oh.
Hmm. I like how they're going back and forth with this little banter of,
Mm-hmm.
isn't that what you meant? Was it? Oh,
Wow.
brother-in-law. Hmm. Oh, look painful for him. Okay.
Sven? Oh, Olga Marie. Okay.
Hmm.
You did.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
She wants to take you shopping.
Hmm.
Yay! They're gonna be friends, and they're gonna go shopping.
I mean, the last time they went shopping didn't turn out too well.
Right.
Hmm.
It's Christmas time. Hey, I didn't know we skipped like 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that's what happens whenever you end a series. Time doesn't matter. Just.
I guess I should be on vacation right now then. That was so random.
It's not creepy at all. Just go that way. Hmm.
Excuse me while I spit out blood.
Do they? Hmm.
Oh. Yeah.
Hmm. 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 Okay. Interesting.
That's his name. I'll still call him Waver just because it's easier to say.
Hmm. Yeah, I just kind of figured he'd be a lord until he died.
Well, he's only doing it for right now until Rhinus is
Hmm.
able to take it on herself.
Hmm.
But now, when she'll take on that role, that's the big question.
Hmm.
I think she's only maybe 16 right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they needed somebody to stand in the council or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So maybe within 5 to 10 years, she might be able to take on the mantle.
Hmm.
Some kind of initiation.
Hmm. Does this make him a mage or something? The rank of pride.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So he's graduated.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess so.
Yay!
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, okay. What?
He just ranked up.
How's he 20 years old? He does not look 20 at all.
Hmm. Hmm.
What? What? No, come back. He's drunk.
Perhaps.
Really? Oh, so he's still in his teens.
Hmm.
I thought he was in his 20s.
Maybe that's whenever he was going to graduate. Was when he was
Mm,
his 20.
gotcha. Yeah, but he died.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, we still need to see that, by the way.
Hmm. That's for season 2.
It better be.
Or just something to only mention. Hmm.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
You have to live on.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Wow, I forgot about the package. That was something even before I got on the train.
Yep. It's really great animation.
It's that last scene. Gotta make it count.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this whole episode has been pretty filled with pretty good shots. What?
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 I think that was a fake Grand Order joke. Right.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
He's dead. He's not actually dead.
You'd feel pretty bad if he did die right there.
Nah, he's fine. Why is everyone trying to hit on Waver?
Take his lips now.
Okeanos. Okeanos.
Hmm.
Iskandar. Oh, his theme song.
Mm.
Uh, right here.
That was a pretty good little way to wrap it up.
Oh, there they are.
Why are they focused on his feet?
Because
did he change the way he looks, maybe?
All right, so clearly, John, we need to get you into Phase Zero because I know that last scene might have seemed powerful, but knowing what I know, it's so much more.
There's another level.
Yeah,
it was pretty touching. I gotta admit, but yeah, I don't have the history to feel the impact.
If you guys want to see us or at least him react to Phase Zero, let us know down in the comments below. But yeah, it's right here. But yeah, that scene by itself. This whole series could have just been trash. But
now I do have to say, when I heard his voice actor, and we were talking about this between being a big One Piece fan, I was really kind of turned off that this guy known to me as a villain is now somebody so looked up to and admired, because it just totally flips it upside down for me.
Well, see, it flipped me. What was it, last year, I guess? Because I've always known him as a Skandar, but then when he plays All for One in My Hero, I just oh, you're breaking my heart, man. You're breaking my heart because Skandar is such a great guy, and All for One is such a evil person.
Oh yeah.
But in any case, so. No surprise for me. Definitely 2 thumbs up. Like I said,
it was a good resolution. I liked how they
could have
everything.
This whole series could have been just complete trash. But I was really I was hoping that we would get Iskandar to talk. You know, we had him have some, because we always see we always see like shadows of him or whatever.
Okay, yeah, him looking to his back.
But we never actually, because I was like, and I was, oh man, please just have him say some lines, and this will be great. And sure enough, last episode they finally have him say something, and it felt great, man. It felt great. And then him and Waver just having that, even if it was just Waver's dream, it doesn't matter. Just with him and Waver having that heart to heart, man. Oh, it felt so good. It felt so good. But yeah, the only complaint I would have is the fact that, previous episode we ended with Gray using her noble phantasm, and Faker and Heartless got consumed by it, but then
thought they were dead. But somehow they escaped, and that was never. I mean, I guess it kind of was explained, but not really. Almost nothing about that. The way that train ride ended was explained. It was
just kind of like, oh, we're done.
We're back.
Yeah. So time skip. Yeah. And I don't know. I didn't care much for that, but again, for me, it doesn't matter because
you had one episode to resolve it. The way they chose to do it was, let's not address it. Let's just go, and maybe we'll just let you know everyone made it okay.
Yeah. I mean, realistically speaking, I guess there really wasn't much else to say. But I would have liked to have seen how Faker and Heartless got out of that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he teleported. That's the only thing I can think of somehow or another.
Yeah.
But regardless, again, episode was great. What did you think of this?
Yeah. I did enjoy the episode. I liked the way everything was brought to a close. I liked the way we kind of focused on all the different characters, what happened in their lives, kind of the next couple months, maybe in the next couple year or so afterwards. That was a pretty nice little wrap up. I mean, sometimes we end a series and it's just kind of cut off with, well, that's it. Or maybe one key scene is revealed, but this kind of hit all the characters and it felt like a pretty good close.
Or in contrast, maybe we'll have like one episode that seems like, oh, this is the end of the series, and then no, wait, we've still got 5 more episodes to go. What?
Yeah, that's never happened either.
Right.
Thanks, Shield Hero.
Yeah. But
and then it's weird they announced another season thereafter, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Like I really used to like Shield Hero.
But so let's unless you have any other thoughts on the episode, let's move on to the series as a whole. John, what are your thoughts as a person that's new to Fate that isn't very familiar with Fate? How do you feel about this series?
I mean, overall, I liked the way it started. I liked the case a week, transition to a case every 2 weeks to a case every 3 weeks or whatever it was, and then we had the big Rail Zeppelin arc maybe, and then it just kind of said, hey, by the way, all these things were connected, and that's just how it is. And I was like, oh, well, okay. I just thought we were just investigating totally unrelated occurrences, and no, somebody was behind the scenes leading Lord El-Melloi down this path. So I really like how that was kind of laid out. Not too crazy overall. And I've talked about before, just the amount of terminology and facts and figures and stuff that probably don't mean anything, but they're just like, here, have some history and all this other info that, to me, it just felt sometimes kind of bogged down, but I guess on the other side of it added to the richness and depth that they might have put into this world. And it's not like they're stopping to explain it, which it would have helped, but it actually treated it like, well, go look it up. If you want to know, go look it up. So I appreciate that. Sometimes I don't like how, we got to have characters speak in questions like, so how did it become like that? So once again, even though I've known about it for 20 years, tell me once again how that works. Sometimes I don't appreciate how characters do that. Sometimes I do, however. So I do like the fact that we didn't spend too much time going over stuff that was never really a Fate thing, maybe even. But, we just went along for the ride, and eventually it was explained, or we got the hang of it. So, overall, I mean, not having a Fate background, just looking at it as a series that... had a main character that wasn't really the strongest. Half the time it felt like to me that he was being the one taking the brunt of the damage, out. And everyone kind of looked up to him as, oh, he's that guy. He's kind of smart at solving cases. But, I didn't mind him as a main character. I kind of appreciated the way... more his attitude, more so than his ability. Maybe even his mental capacity was really good as far as coming up with how to solve these cases. That was pretty cool. So I think a lot of that reason, a lot of the heart behind who the character was and how he integrated himself into all these people's lives meant more to me than all the Fate stuff on the side. That was just kind of like, just dressing for the actual show. So
that's fair. Yeah.
But overall, I did like the series. Not having a huge Fate background, I probably wouldn't go back and rewatch it. I would appreciate that, unless I, years and years went by and I wanted to remember some of the things. But, I thought it has some pretty neat ideas to it, the Mystic Eyes especially. But, I enjoyed it for what it was, and, can't wait for maybe something else along that same line. So
Season 2.
Yeah, definitely.
So, for me, I think I said this in the beginning of the series. It's nice to have these, fake characters, or at least with Waver, anyways. With Waver, Luvia, and there's actually a few fake characters that kind of popped up, but mostly Waver, and seeing them. Outside of the Holy Grail War, because we've seen him in the at least specifically Waver, in the Holy Grail War. And, seeing him kind of I guess you could call it a day-to-day, or maybe on the job. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's slice life, but, just him doing things other than, going and doing the Holy Grail War. It's kind of nice, and it was interesting. It's kind of a different perspective, having this him, going solving these cases or whatever, and having these surprise cameos from all these other Fate characters, like again Luvia and Klaus and all them. It's just like, okay, I totally did not expect Luvia. I did expect actually, but like all the other ones, Shishio for example, all the two apocrypha characters, did not expect them at all whatsoever. So those were a nice surprise. Faker, both the character and the class, was also a very interesting surprise. And of course, again, just having that heart-to-heart talk with Iskandar, man.
That was a good, strong way to end the series, I thought.
And you mentioned too. Well, there's two things I want to address. So you mentioned that without a Fate background, you probably wouldn't watch again. But I have a feeling. I mean, unless you just absolutely did not like Fate Zero, which would surprise me. But yeah. I have a feeling if you did watch Fate Zero, it would maybe not entice you to watch the entire series, but maybe go back and watch moments again and be like, oh, so this is what this really meant for this character.
If I had more of a background, like go back and go, oh, okay. Like whenever toward the end, actually in that last episode where one dude was like, hey, this is just like my one sister. And I was like, did they talk about his sister?
That was more from Fate Apocrypha.
Yeah, and you were like, oh, it's a whole different series. So if I knew the background of characters, sure.
But honestly, for this particular case, which leads me to my second point, for this particular case, it doesn't matter as much in terms of the story. Mm-hmm. But it's like one of those things like, oh, okay, well, if you know, then great. But if not a big deal. And then it's one thing about Fate too, and I've said this a dozen times already, that Fate has a bad habit of not explaining things. I think the Fate series, for the most part, just kind of expects you to already know what's going on. And even if you don't you can still go through it okay, but then when you go to learn about this is the history behind this character. Oh, I understand now. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. I mean, like I said, you still could make it through. Like, for example, we'll go with Iskandar, for example. Knowing more about his history and how he's revered and everything, it helps the story. Mm-hmm. But you don't necessarily need it because they're kind of showing his character too, like how they're portraying his character like he's a really awesome guy and he inspires people.
No, there were things about Iskandar I didn't understand, like why he looked up to him until the series kept going and they kept talking more about him. Yeah. And, sure, I could have just went by his name alone and the fact that he was a good influence to him, but that just kind of left too many holes because that's just somebody leading me on saying, hey, you're supposed to think he's a good guy because that's what we said. Right. I wanted to know a little more about him, and eventually throughout the series it did tell and reveal more about, how he affected Lord El-Melloi's life and his past. So I enjoyed that part of it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if you guys want this guy here to watch Fate Zero and react to it, let us know down in the comments below. But overall, like I said, I'm pretty satisfied with this series. Yeah. There were some parts where it felt kind of slow, I guess, but
that shopping episode.
The shopping episode. It was a fun episode, but it was like, okay, well, whatever. But I think for me, of course, I'm looking more forward to the Babylonia anime that's going to be coming up pretty soon. So I don't know. I guess as much as I've said, it's nice to see these characters outside of the Holy Grail War. I mean, honestly, Holy Grail War, that's
where it's at for this series.
That's where it's at. I mean, for me at least. Anyways. But anyways, any other final thoughts?
No, I think we had a great series, and looking forward to the next season to start.
Like season 2, come on guys, let's get on it. So with that being said, everyone, what did you think of this episode, and what did you think of this series in general? Both Fate fans and non-Fate fans alike. Let us know down in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed this reaction for this episode and for the ones in the this whole season, if you've been following along with us, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell beside it to keep up with our channel and all the content we're going to continue to put out each week, and more content in the next coming season of anime. And if you'd like to consider to support our channel, we do have links down below for all that as well. So we'll see you in the next season of anime.